unpaid overtime.
Yeah.
And but you have something similar in your
Yes,
country.
we have it. Know that a lot of companies doesn't pay extra hours. Works like more 2 hours per day, and they don't receive anything for daily.
Okay.
Yeah, the way of your living is amazing here.
Mm-hmm.
You are always happy, very correct. In our country,
In Japan, there is no regulation of sick leave in this country.
You were getting COVID here, or how would you do it? Like you would.
We'll use our paid holidays. Or
My personal point of view is a happy worker will work better. I prefer to have a happy team that I know I can rely on them.
yes,
Than just an overworking that they cannot really speak about what they think or.
give her a time. I'm Louis.
and Tatiana,
Where are you from?
Portugal.
Portugal. Okay. So you travel in Japan
Yes.
Yes.
For the first time.
For the first time. How long do you plan to stay here?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay. And what's your job?
I'm an electrician.
Electrician.
I'm a company of the electrician.
Okay.
I work in a company of constructions, of buildings.
Okay. And first question is about paid holidays. In Japan, the law ensures a minimum of 10 days of paid holidays within a year, but most people don't use them all due to high pressure. In your country, how many paid holidays do you have, and what's the legal minimum in your country?
It's 21
21 days.
21
It's
days. in a
1
year.
month.
1 month. Yeah,
With weekends.
with the week. Yeah, with the weekends.
Exactly, it's
going to be-
21 days until days.
Yes. So
One working days, yeah.
Working days.
21 working days.
21 working
with
days plus Saturday
weekend,
and Sunday.
Exactly.
We do 1 month.
Exactly,
Okay.
it's like 1
I
month.
see. What do you use with your paid holidays usual in your country?
Food,
Travel?
not travel.
Just one or 2 times
for a year.
per
Yeah,
year, yeah.
Okay, so one times per year you're going to travel.
exactly.
So 21 days, do you use all connect together or it's going to be separate?
Separately.
Separate.
Yeah, separate, but not at this case. We use it all our vacations for this.
Because we are a owner of the company.
Yeah.
So
with choice.
So you're a self-employed.
Exactly, it's a self-employed.
But normally the owner choice of holidays and the employment just off.
Yes.
Okay, so like 10 days.
Yeah.
10 days.
Exactly.
It's I see. And people usually take 10 days off and travel abroad in the summer. They have summer vacation.
Yes. Normally the people have vacations in summer. Yeah, August.
Like maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks in December.
So if your staff, if your employee
Yeah.
apply you 21 altogether, are you going to complain to your staff?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible to take the all days together.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible.
So you say, okay, go ahead. If you finish your job, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in Japan, the government made a new law about paid holidays. We must take 5 days minimum. It's a law. Even if you have 10 days, most people don't use within a year. So we need to take 5 days, but we take it separately, not together.
Okay.
So in your country, people use the 25 days off within a year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Every year we have 21 days. I know some friends that normally in 2023 they left 10 days, so they can use it that 10 days from the last year in this year, so they can use 10 days more accumulate. Yeah.
Oh, so in this, so if you leave it, you need to extend to the next year.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But you have like a limit time. You have like 6 months to choose that 10 days, and then make and use vacations from the year the reference year.
I see. So most people use them all within a year.
Yes. See, normally yes.
Normally, yes. So over time, about do you work your staff work overtime often in your company?
No, in my company, no.
No,
Okay. Well, in my company it works.
works.
Well, yeah.
About how long in a day work overtime?
More 1 hour.
About 1 hour.
Yeah.
In Saturdays.
And also Saturdays.
Also Saturdays.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need to work on Saturdays.
Yes, yes.
In a row, 8 hours a day and 5 days in a week in a country.
Exactly.
So 40 hours
40 hours per week.
per week.
Exactly.
So if you work overtime, you need to pay extra hours, right?
Exactly.
payment.
Well, my company pay, but I know that lots of companies doesn't pay extra hours.
But company pay like a normal hours wage.
In
Or-
my case, yes, we pay the normal hours, but I have some friends that works like more 2 hours per day, and they don't receive anything. Like doctors, for example.
For holidays.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
So you mean no payment?
no payments.
Oh, it's same as Japan. Sometimes happen.
Eh?
Most needs, according to some data, says 44% Japanese company employees work overtime like 15 minutes or 30 minutes or sometimes 1 hour, 2 hours. They don't get paid. It's called the unpaid overtime
Yeah.
in Japan. But do you have something similar in your
Yes,
country?
we have it. The doctors suffer. The
Doctors.
doctors, the
Nursing.
nursing. Yeah, they
Right.
suffer.
I see. Okay. And in Japan, if you finish job on time, kind of difficult to leave earlier. If your manager or boss still work or coworker still work there, even if you finish on time, it's hard to leave. So
Yeah.
people work kind of late, like 30 minutes or 1 hour. Is there something like that in your country?
Very similar, yeah.
It's like a similar, yes. If you finish your day job,
Yeah.
if your boss is still there, you cannot say, "Well, I'm finished. I'm going home." No, you have to
Okay.
stay till your hour finish.
I see. So it's
Yes.
kind of similar here.
Yeah.
Okay. Regarding sick leaves, do you have sick leaves in your country? So if you get fever or if you get sick,
Okay.
yeah, not paid holidays, sick leave.
The governor paid
But
over 3 days.
yes.
Okay.
If you only have 2 days sick,
Yes.
nobody pays you.
No, the company paid.
Pay.
Yeah. Until 3 days, yeah. Over 3 days, it's
Government.
the government.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yes.
within 3 days, company will give you sick leaves, and after over 3 days, government will.
Exactly.
Is that full payment? 100% of your payment?
60.
60%. In Japan, there is no law about sick leaves, so 22% of Japanese companies don't have sick leaves. So if we get sick or if we get fever, we need to use our paid holidays.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
yes, from our paid holidays.
Oh,
Yeah. But in your country, you have sick leave, so if you get sick, you can use your sick leaves, right? In paid
Exactly.
holiday is
Only say
different.
It's different, exactly.
Yeah.
I see. Most people don't know about sick leaves because we don't have them mostly. So can you please explain what sick leave is briefly to Japanese people?
yeah.
Fever,
Maybe.
psychological
Yes,
damage.
Yes, exactly.
you can use that
Yeah,
for
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
we
take off.
can use that.
So if you use that, you call your staff call you, or you call your boss. Oh, I have a fever today, so I will get off today.
Yeah, but you have to go in the medical to give you
Document,
Exactly.
certificate,
Exactly. Yes.
and submit, and it's okay. I see. And last question: what are your thoughts? What do you think about Japanese working culture and the way Japanese people work?
Well, we don't know. We are
Yes.
hearing from you,
Mhm.
so I think it's like similar.
Mhm.
But comparing the
The culture.
culture, yeah, the culture, the way of your living,
Yes.
it's amazing here.
Mhm.
You are always happy, very correct,
Yes, yes.
very respectful
Yes.
for the other people. In our country, it's yeah, it's bad. The people
Oh.
are. What do you want? Okay.
Every time in cell phone doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's very very.
Yeah.
So tourist perspective, it's very convenient place and it's very polite. But what do you think? If you need to work here, you need to try to behave like Japanese people, right? What do you think about?
Yes, I think it's a little. What I think it's, if I'm going to work here, my work is going to be the same from my country, but the style of living, the sympathy of the people, I think competition compensa. Compensations from our country.
Yes.
Because if I go on coffee here, I have to say like, please give me a coffee in Portugal. But here, no. It's always nice with a smile, gently, and okay, thank you. So I think it's the only difference.
Right. And do you have convenience store 24 hours in your country? Like we have a lot 24 hours. Like
No.
Famima, 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Everything.
Close. McDonald's close like yeah, it's summer midnight, and if you want food,
Until 10 p.m.
yeah, we don't have that machines with
Okay.
lots of drinks.
25 hours.
Yeah, no.
Vending machine everywhere.
Well, but maybe in capital in Lisbon, yes, you have it.
Right.
But we are from a little town, so no,
And supermarket is closed on Saturday and
it's open.
oh, it's open.
Yeah, 7 days
Okay.
from like 9 to 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but in Japan, it's more convenient for you to live here.
Yeah.
Actually. Okay. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Amazing, thank you. You explained us a lot.
Thank you for your time today. I'm Louis. What's your name?
Kim,
Kim.
my name is
Where are you from?
from Spain.
From Spain. Okay. So you're traveling Japan,
Hi.
and how long do you plan to stay here?
3 months.
3 months.
Hi.
Okay, that's a lot. I will ask you first, work environment in your country. In Japan, the law ensures a minimum of 10 holidays for a year after 6 months of starting a job. But many people don't take them all within a year.
Yeah.
But in your country, how many paid holidays do you have? And what's the legal minimum?
I think I'm not sure if the legal minimum is like 22 or 23 days a year.
Okay.
But some companies give more, like up to 30. So I've had the experience of, for example, being given 4 extra days in
Yes.
Christmas, aside from the 23.
Yeah. Legal minimum is 22 or 23, but some company will give you more.
A bit more, yeah.
Okay. And what's your job now?
I'm not working now, but I was working in information security.
You was working for information
Yeah, like the security side.
in Spain. What do you do with paid holidays?
We take a rest.
Sorry?
We also go traveling.
Traveling.
Yeah, I think it's necessary time for taking care of yourself.
Yes.
And when you're working, you're fully dedicating all of your energy to work.
Yes. And
Hi.
come back to your work. Okay. And do you get the paid holidays, 22 or 23 days,
Hi.
immediately after joining the company, or some months after?
It would not look good if you join the company and you already start using your holidays, but the
Yes.
holidays are for each year. So like if you start on January, then you'll have 23 holidays that you can use however you want throughout the year. You could use the 23 on January,
Yes.
and then the rest of the year you would not have any other holidays.
Right.
If you join in the middle, then you would not have 23. You would have like half of it for that time of the year. So,
Yes.
but there are some companies that are more like season companies, so they have like a lot of work maybe in certain times, and then you must be working. You cannot take the holidays during that time. Or there are some companies that in Spain, because during July and August, mainly August, everything is closed.
Oh, really?
There are some companies that force you to take holidays on August because there will not be work enough, so it will not be profitable for them. But I think in general, like they allow you to get whenever you want. You just need to tell them in
Yes.
advance, and then with the approval of your manager, then you will
Okay.
be able to take them.
So your manager or boss never complain when you apply your paid holidays?
Also in my case, I've been thoughtful about not like leaving the company in a bad situation when I'm going, because at the end someone else has to take care of your
Right.
job and your tasks when
Sure.
you're away. So I've not had that problem, but I've not left. Maybe I'm not a good example. Like there's some people that leave a full month
Yes.
in a row. So if you leave 2 weeks, you can still, if you are still there, that you should not, but if you are still there kind of connected, or in case anything happens, then it's easier.
I see. So in Japan, the government made a new law about we must take 5 days minimum
Hi.
within a year, because even though we have 10 days paid holidays, most Japanese people don't use within a year. So government say to the company, most of Japanese people take the 5 days separately, not connect together. But in Spain, people usually take like I
Together.
don't know, 1 week, 2 weeks together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even 1 month is kind of normal things to take.
I mean, 1 month is like the limit. It's too much. Like probably the company will not like it that you take one
I see.
full month. But there's people that do it. Like, there's
There is
cases
people that do it. And 2 weeks is kind of more common
yeah.
to take.
2 weeks is more common, but also maybe it takes you 1 full week to completely disconnect from work.
Yes.
So then, like if you only take 1 week of holidays, you will not completely disconnect from work. If you take 2 weeks, then 1 week you will fully disconnected, but that first week you would still be thinking about work. No?
Work, right.
So
while on your vacation, you need to think about your work.
So supposedly holidays would be to be completely disconnected from work and be fully connected with yourself, no?
I see. About sick leaves, do you have sick leaves in your country or in your company?
Yeah, we do have sick leaves. To get a sick leave, you need like justification.
Doctor's document.
Hi. You need to go to the doctor, then get a document, then present the document to the company, and then they will allow it. Some the international tech startup companies, they will be more flexible and they will not be so tough on I want this or otherwise you're not taking a leave.
So in Japan, there is no law regulating of sick leaves in this country. According to Sanata, only 22% of the Japanese company have sick leave, but mostly not. Yeah. So we don't know about sick leaves. So can you please explain briefly what sick leave is?
Well, I mean, for example, if you were getting COVID here and you are not being able to work, how would you do it? Like you would just continue going to work and
No, we need to take day off, but in that case, we will use our paid holidays.
okay.
Or we take.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Sounds crazy, yeah. No, I mean, first of all, like the sick leave is for in case like you get sick or like I don't know, maybe also if you get some operation or you have an accident or whatever, or like sick leave will cover you and it can cover to several months if it's something serious, no?
Actually, the government will pay you.
Yeah.
Is it full amount? 100?
No, it's like 80%, I
80%.
think. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I think it's like the first week maybe you don't get paid, and after this, like from the second week on, you get paid like 80%, something like that.
Oh, so first week. So if you have a fever today and you need to take day off, only 1 day, is it no payment in that case?
I'm not sure if in that case it's the company still that pays. I'm not really sure about how the government and the company are sharing the payments. But you don't get fully paid when
Not
you
fully
are
paid. some percent.
Yeah, when you're on sick leave, you don't get fully paid.
I see. You say you need doctor's document.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the morning, you have a fever,
Yeah.
and you call your boss, I'm taking day off today, and submit doctor's document like within 1 week or within a month.
Yeah, during that week you should do it.
During the week.
So yeah, so I mean, you should do it that same day actually. So that's something that it's not really well done.
Yes.
Because then there's people that will not do it and will not take a sick leave because of that. They will just try to work, but obviously they will not be productive.
Yes.
I've been living in Sweden, and in Sweden you don't need a doctor
really?
justification. You can be
Just
full
tell your
week
boss.
out. Yeah, you can just say like, I'm not feeling good, and be a full week not going to work. You will get paid.
I see. Do you work overtime in your country, or do you used to do that often?
I do that, but I'm trying not to do.
Like how long do you work overtime in a day or in a month?
I mean, it will depend on the companies. There's a lot of companies that will make you work much longer, like
Oh, really?
10, 12 hours a day, and it's normal, it's expected.
Yes.
Even if they only will pay you 8 hours, your contract will be of 8 hours a day. Maybe 10. I mean, at the end for me, the problem is that even if you close the laptop, you're not really stopping to think on all of the problems
Right.
of work. No,
Right.
you're trying to solve things, and when like maybe you are told like no, you don't need to do extra hours, but this project needs to be
Right.
presented. No, so then if you need to present tomorrow a
Finish the
project, you need to do the extra hours.
And it's in a law in Spain, 8 hours in a day and 5 days
week.
in a week. It's a law, right?
It's
So
what
40
should be done. It's illegal.
Okay, 40 hours per week.
Yeah.
In Japan, most people work overtime, and there is a practice called unpaid overtime.
Okay.
That means you work overtime but no payment.
Okay.
Do you have them in your country?
Yeah, it does happen. So the thing is that my experience working has been in international companies
Yes.
and tech companies. So it's very different from traditional
Spain,
companies,
traditional
Spanish traditional companies. Yeah, Spanish traditional companies are paid less and are making you work much more.
Oh, really?
So like because of how the tech world works, like we have more perks.
Okay. So Spanish company tend to work longer and
Yeah, like
cheaper
yeah.
compared to international.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, I see. And last question, Japan, we need to sacrifice my time or our life to company to contribute.
Yeah.
And company expect you to have kind of a loyalty
Yeah.
to the company, like work long hours and work long time, like 10 years or.
Yeah.
Do you have that in this case?
No.
No.
Like, I mean, the company will try to make you work like the most and the hardest, but they know that they will not manage to get you for long. So at the end, you get experience in one place and then you jump to another place and you get paid much more
Right.
than if you stayed in that place and you would get promoted or whatever. Like your salaries are going to be completely different. So people usually what they do is they work in one place, they get the experience, and then they jump to another company and they get a much better salary, and then they are some years there, and if things go well then they can extend, but otherwise they'll just jump to another place and have like a big rise again. So
Right. So if you find better opportunity, people move to a different company.
yeah, I mean at the end it's sad, no, because it's like acting as a mercenary. And when you are working for a company, you kind of get this compromise with the company and you would like to continue your projects there and everything. But if the company is not like, I don't know, taking care of you or paying you enough or what the market does, no? Like, until now there has been like this relationship of the company is on top of you and like they enforce whatever they want onto you, but now things have turned. So now the employees have the choice of
So
going
it's
to
changed now.
yeah. So the companies need to make it much better and take care much better of the employees if they want them to stay.
So they used to have the same thoughts like Japanese people
Hi.
in Japanese way before, but now it's changing. in
Hi.
Spain.
Yeah, and I think also I guess globalization
Okay.
has
Right.
been one thing with that, and also like now remote work, no, because you can work for an international company and get much better paid,
Okay.
and if you're not been taking care in your own company, it's like you're scamming me, no? Like I'm taking the job very seriously. I'm
Yes.
having like loyalty to you, and I want to do things nice, but at the same time, I feel like you don't care about me.
Yes.
You're just trying to cut down
Yes.
all of the expenses the most, and why should I stay here? Like,
People feel it's not fair.
yeah.
Okay.
And nowadays we don't have this issue. Before it
Okay.
was. Before, like if you move to another company, it was like, oh, you don't have compromise. Like you don't have loyalty to
Yeah.
your. So I'm not sure I want to actually like contract you. But nowadays it's like, yeah, talent moves around, and yeah.
Okay, so before there was a kind of negative impact if you change job a lot in
Yeah.
Spain, but now it's
Yeah, now it's normal.
It's normal. If you find better
Yeah.
opportunity, you move. That's
I would say it still has an impact if I'm going to contract someone, if I'm going to hire someone that every year is jumping,
yes,
then I would be like,
that's too quick.
yeah, that's too much,
Yes.
too much. But
Every 3 years.
yeah.
or-
I can understand that.
I see.
So yeah,
I see. And what are your thoughts on Japanese working culture and the way Japanese people work?
I've heard about how things were
Yes.
going. I don't know if they still are like this or if they are changing with new generations. But about like it's kind of more important to be in your job during time and spending all of the time there, even though if you're not going to be fully productive, no,
Yes.
it's more important like to do what your manager says. There's a lot of repression on the Japanese culture,
Yes.
which I think it's bad for each person, no. Yeah, I think it would be healthy for Japanese people to like listen more to themselves, and then for managers and staff to also take more care about the people, employees. Yeah.
So you think Japanese people need to have more rest, or we need to be more relaxed?
I would say maybe like it would be good for Japanese people, but not only Japanese people, but everyone, not to listen more to themselves. What do you need?
Okay.
What do you want? What your body is asking you, and then by listening more to yourselves, then talking more about what are your needs, and then like being more accepting ones with another, that we are all humans and we need certain things.
Yeah.
And
So we need to hear to ourselves.
hi, my personal point of view is a happy worker will work better.
Right.
So I prefer to have a happy team
Yes.
that I know I can rely on them,
Yes.
than just an overworked team that follow rules very seriously, but that they cannot really speak up what they think or. Yeah.
I see. I see. Right. That's right. So thank you for your time today. That's all I have. Questions. Thank you.